discussed that all the actions we do also are consciousness, because everything is consciousness. But if we're incomplete about something and we do some action, is that also consciousness? Because incompletions don't even exist, so consciousness doesn't fill them. So are the actions also filled with consciousness?
In Buddha, Lord Buddha's life, even in his life, if you see that he actually became so incomplete, seeing the three bodies, which is the sick body and the dead body and the old body. So when he saw all this, actually became so incomplete. But even after he saw this so much incompletion, he out of that he just like realized himself, and because of those three experience only, he actually transformed his whole life into like enriching the whole world. So what I feel is even incomplete actions are consciousness because they can lead you to consciousness.
Swamiji told that consciousness is untouched by delusion, right? So even when Narada asked Vishnu what is delusion, Vishnu asked him for water. So Narada will come down to earth and he'll come down to earth for fetching water. But at that time he'll also get deluded, right? That means how is it that consciousness is untouched by delusion?
Adding to what she told, it is like how today Swamiji told, maturation of aspiration can happen only in Bhuloka. That's why Narada and Vishnu has to come down to planet Earth, and then Vishnu has to teach him the what is Maya and make him go through the Maya and come out of it. In this whole process, consciousness was never touched by the Maya. See, consciousness is just the energy. Maya didn't touch the consciousness. It just made his mind get deluded into whatever space he was, and then again Vishnu made him get back out of Maya.
Adding a point, what I feel is that, as Swamiji told in today's satsang, even the gods have to come down to planet Earth if they want to make their aspirations matured. So what I feel is that when it was time for Narada to get his aspirations matured, to have a deeper understanding of life and to get a deeper understanding that he is the consciousness, so he had to take the human form, come to the world, the present Bhuloka, live and experience everything, go through the Maya and understand that he is the consciousness and then get back. So what I feel is that was a process for him to understand and make his cognitions and his aspirations matured, so that he understands that he is the consciousness.
Even if the dust is supposed to cover the book, if book is consciousness and the dust is covering the book, there's something like other existing, the incompletion. Like if we tell that dust has incompletions, but we just before few statements they told that incompletions are also consciousness. So how can it there's something else existing there?
What I think is incompletion itself is not consciousness, because it is just imaginary. But in the situation where you get incomplete, you deciding to complete that component in that is consciousness. I don't think incompletion itself is consciousness, because they are just something imaginary. So you decide that situation which happens and makes you complete is consciousness, but incompletion is just imaginary and they're not consciousness.
Adding to what she told, it only depends on what the stuff you're made of. See, if you put the same potato in a boiling water and put the egg in a boiling water, what happens? The potato will avoid being like how the egg is. Egg will become more stronger. So it's only the situation avoids mattering. It's only the way how you perceive the situation depends. See, if you see it out of your powerlessness, then the situation will only project you incompletions. But when you see it out of the right context, that it is trying to enrich you, it is trying to make you more and more better and having a mature cognition, you will never see it as incompletions. So incompletion is just the way how you perceive. So it is like incompletion is just the imaginary but not the real itself. So incompletion avoids having consciousness in it.
Hi, my name is Sarvesh. Basically, I'm in grade 5. I have come here to attend the NDY program, and this program is very nice. Like blindfold reading was a very nice experience. Like where I could read the books with my eyes tied with a black color cloth, and it was a great experience for me. And it is nice to be with Swamiji, and it's nice about the Shivoham process. I was free from thoughts at that moment. I was very happy, and in the presence of Swamiji I was very calm, and it was an awesome experience. I like smile, and whatever I ask, he just blesses me with that. And he always tells okay for everything we ask, and he never gets angry. That's one of the main point why I like him. And he's always in a blissful mood.
Even while you are alive, saying yes to death is Atmahana, hell. Even during the so-called death, saying yes is liberation, enlightenment. Varanasi stands for that principle. Principle of saying yes to life even when it presents death.